Alright, so here's the taillights with integrated turn signals and license plate mount that we're going to be using for the bike. However, of course, this is not meant for this motorcycle, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to fab this up. And I'm already getting some ideas, but I'm going to cut the camera for a minute while I play around with it, because you guys don't just want to watch me do circles around the bike, and I'll figure out how I'm going to mount this bad boy. Alright, I think I'm going to drill 2 holes in here, and then I should be able to mount these up with a couple washers so it'll hold in place. But before I do any of that, I'm going to mess around with the wiring a little bit and make sure that everything works first. So from the bike's wiring harness for the lights, I snipped the entire plastic adapter off because it's just kind of getting in the way. And then I snipped off all these metal leads off of the LED taillight. And I'm just going to go old school with it and match the wire colors up and then use electrical tape. And I may need to actually use some speaker wire or some kind of copper wire to extend them a little bit, because I think I need another inch or 2 to reach the back plate properly, and I don't really want to have to sacrifice the positioning due to the wires being too short. So I'll have to adapt and overcome when it comes to that. But it's really hot out here, so I'm going to go inside and enjoy the AC and I guess crimp these wires. Morning guys, it's about 6 o'clock. Just woke up and yeah, it's Saturday. It's time to do some more work on the old Steampunk Street Fighter build, aka Beth. So I'm going to go ahead and mount up the headlights, the LED headlights, kind of position them a little bit, see where I like them, and then get them all hooked up, make sure they're bright enough to where I feel safe riding with them, and then we'll do the tail. Alright, got my little hardware tool chest over here. Not tool chest, I just woke up. My little hardware bin here. I think I'm going to use some nuts, bolts, and washers to mount these up. They don't come with any mounting hardware, which, I mean, isn't a huge deal. They're like cheap Chinese LEDs. As long as they perform good, they don't produce a lot of heat, and they're bright, that's all I really care about. Didn't really expect them to come with any hardware or mounting instructions or anything like that, so you get what you pay for. I think these were like under 10 bucks on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description below, of course, to everything that I use in the build. And, you know, keep in mind that this is a budget build. The whole purpose of this is to show you guys, you know, what you can do in your garage with hand tools. Say you don't even have a garage, in your apartment carport, or, you know, on the sidewalk in front of your house or whatever, with basic hand tools and a couple $100 on a $1,400 bike. You know, the whole goal of this channel is to show you guys projects that the average Joe or average Jane with hand tools can do with our budget and, you know, the tools available to us. So I got the headlights mocked up where I think I want them. They look pretty damn good. They swivel too with these little adjustable arms, but you have to push them pretty hard, so that's good. The wind's not going to like move them around or anything like that, but yeah, it looks pretty badass. So they didn't really strip much of the wire, as you see. It's just the tip. Take my wire strippers here. I don't know what gauge they are. They're really small, so I'm going to say like maybe 22 gauge. So I'm assuming black's the negative and red's for the power. So I can either run these directly off the battery, so as soon as you turn on the ignition they come on, or I'm going to try and use the existing wiring for the... Here, let me get you guys over my shoulder a little bit. I'm going to try and use the existing wiring for the headlight here. It should work. There's 4 wires on this one, but there is a red and a black, so hopefully that works. We'll see. We'll mess around with some of the different wiring configurations and see what works and what doesn't. I don't believe these have any kind of a high beam function or anything like that. I'm pretty sure they're just all or nothing, which is fine. I don't really care about that as long as they come on when the bike comes on and they're bright and people can see me. I'd rather have them on all the time than not at all. I just cut off the wiring clip, or I guess harness adapter you can call it. Slipped off the weather tubing so I can expose all the wires for the headlight assembly. And I'm gonna strip these a little bit. Strip them back a little bit. And definitely gonna need the black, that's the negative. What gauge are these? And there is no red, but I'm assuming orange maybe? I don't know, we're gonna try. We are going to try, boys. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna try again. That's all you can do with these projects is adapt and overcome, boys. Oh, okay, I guess I wasn't recording. Well, yep, those are right. Black to black, red to orange, and don't believe they have any like high beam functionality or anything like that, but whatever. Alright, got the headlights set up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tuck the wires. Kill the lights for you guys so you can see it a little better. Pretty bright, not like stupid bright, but it'll illuminate the road. So I think I'm gonna get another LED bar, like a, well these are not bars, they're circles, but like a bar to go down here on the triple trees there, and then connect that to the yellow, which I think is for high beam. So when you click on high beams, these will stay on, and then you'll also have the other LED bar on. So I'm pretty sure how I'll wire that one is still going to be black to black, obviously. Yellow, I believe, is for the high beam. I'm going to have to look at the Buell manual, which I found one online under PDF form, or in PDF form, which is really cool because this bike's been discontinued for a hot minute, for well over a decade. All right, I just put electrical tape on the tips of the wires I'm not using so they don't accidentally touch and, you know, cause a short out or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie all this stuff up out of the way. Just tidy things up a little bit. And I'm not gonna zip tie this too tight because, like I said, I'm gonna be adding another light bar. So I'm gonna need to undo all these eventually. And this Steampunk mask right here, it's actually titled the Phantom of the Opera Steampunk Mask on Amazon. Have a link in the description below. I think it was like 10 bucks or something. It's pretty plasticky and everything, so obviously I want to mount it somewhere where the wind isn't going to fuck the hell out of it. But the main purpose for this is to protect all these wires back here a little bit from wind and rain, and also it's going to look really cool because it's going to show all the mechanics of the bike, all the wiring and whatnot, kind of through the mask. Which is going to look absolutely awesome. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this strap for anything or if I'm just going to rip this off and then, I don't know, glue it to the forks or what. Going to experiment a little bit and see what I want to do. So I figured out how I'm going to mount the mask. Hey, look at me. These bolts right here, I'm going to leave these intact and everything. I'm going to drill a hole there and there. Remove the straps and then basically slide them, whoopsie daisy, slide them onto there and put another washer and bolt on the other side of them, and that will definitely hold it in place pretty good. All right, gotta find the right drill bit for the job. Excuse the mess, by the way, my garage is a little messy right now. Should do. Actually, let's put you back where you belong, sweetheart. Oh God, don't run from me. Sweet. Ow. That hurt. Oh, gotta go in the trash. Thing's full. Alright, let's get these straps off of here. There we go. Just super glued on there, no big deal. Oh, that one came off nice and easy. Sweet. Well, for the initial holes, we'll just use this, and then I'm gonna up the size of the drill bit for the next holes. Ooh, just lost the finger. Damn, this bitch is hard to drill through, what the hell? All right, need to make this hole just a little bit bigger, so go up the size on the old drill bit. the old drill bit Taillight. This weekend should be pretty fun. We got a drift event today. I'll be sure to get the GoPro charged up because I plan on doing a ride along. So if you have your own helmet, a lot of times you can hop in the passenger seat of some of the drift cars if they have passenger seats and do a ride along, which is pretty fucking cool. It's also fun just to spectate and everything, obviously. Should be big enough. Should be big enough. We'll see. We shall see, boys. See if we're cooking with peanut oil over here, boys. Shit. Hole might just be a little bit too fucking small. Doggone. Doggone. It looked like it was gonna be the right size. That is looking pretty damned sweet. It's got the wiring coming through the mask. Purposely pulled a couple wires through the eye socket there. It looks super badass. All right, moving over to the next project, which is the tail lights, rear turn signals, and license plate bracket. Now, I'm gonna have to extend the wires a little bit because I do not have enough wiring to reach the back frame where I'm gonna be mounting up. There's also no real mount back there. I'm gonna have to drill a couple holes in the back, but we're gonna make it work. A little custom fabrication never hurt anybody.